Hello Libra, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your monthly message for December. So I decided to kind of allot it to the month of December this month because we're closing out 2023, and so we're in the very last month of the year 2023. And so Libra, I feel this very strong, sensitive energy around you. I also feel like a tension rising, a tension building, almost like a simmering building rage when it comes to people-pleasing energy. And I do feel you recognizing where maybe you've played this role as this people pleaser, and maybe 2023 was a year of recognizing the imbalances within these relationships where maybe you've kind of bent over backwards to please people. But I feel this tension rising and building, and it might be building towards a heated conversation with somebody where there's been a relationship imbalance. So that came through in meditation, and then I was kind of like in the zone, in the meditative zone, and I was like shown somebody like on their phone browsing all of these dating sites and social media and feeling a rush of excitement and then a pulling away. It was just the weirdest energy. And then I heard a bunch of static, and then I heard the word interference. So I feel there's some kind of interference when it comes to maybe bringing a connection together. Maybe somebody's still browsing the dating sites, browsing social media. But like there was something I read the other day too, and it makes perfect sense, right? Social media makes so many people out there believe that there's all of these options, and there really isn't, right? Like the dating pool, when you reach a certain age, there's really not a lot of options. But I feel like there's some kind of interference when it comes to a connection. And I do feel this heated tension rising is like an aspect of shadow self where maybe you're needing to face where you've been this people pleaser. And I know Libra can be very sensitive for an air sign, right? It is a very sensitive energy because Libra believes in fairness. Libra wants to, that balance. It seeks to create that balance. It doesn't like tension. It just wants to keep the peace, and oftentimes can be the people pleaser to keep the peace. And whose peace are you keeping? Everybody's peace but your own. So I do feel maybe this static, this interference is to get you to recognize. Another thing that I saw too in meditation was kept checking like expiration dates. And so maybe something has reached an expiry date and it's long overdue to let it go. But let's jump in with the cards, Libra, and let's see what else needs to come through. So I picked 3 decks for this round of messages, and I'm going to use the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. I did pick the Tarot of Dreams deck, and then we'll get a closing message or an advice card of the sort from the Crystal Stone deck at the end after the tarot. So let's jump in and get some messages. Keep in mind, Libra, this is for any major Libra placement: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And so if this doesn't resonate, check your other signs. But we've got a Divine Feminine here, and we get in the Matrix. So we could have a Divine Feminine here. I could be speaking to a Divine Feminine, but I do feel you've got strong intuition. If you're the Divine Feminine, Libra, that I'm speaking to, you've got a strong intuition going on here. Libra is the Empress, right? It is Divine Feminine energy. It's ruled by Venus. It's Venusian. It's very feminine, loving, nurturing energy. And so you do have a very nurturing energy and aura about you as a Libra. And maybe you've gone through some healing. Maybe you've come out of a status quo foundation. Maybe you were in the Matrix. Or I just feel there is somebody still stuck in the Matrix with the browsing of the social media. And so I do feel maybe you're trying to be patient as somebody breaks free from a false foundation or some type of false sense of security in their life. Somebody here is in the Matrix. Bottom line. And if you're exhibiting the Divine Feminine energy, odds are you're not in the Matrix, Libra. But I do feel maybe somebody is going through an awakening, but there's interference, which is why there's static. There could be static when it comes to maybe a telepathic connection here as well. So let's keep going here and see what else needs to come through for you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. Messages for Libra. Well, we've got an ignition here. Something's been ignited. I'm being shown like a match, a flame. And so someone or something's been speaking to you, maybe telepathically, or sparked something in your heart, maybe sparked some creativity when it comes to the work you do. I could be speaking to a Libra that already does impart wisdom and has found their authentic voice, is kind of what it's feeling like. But I do feel maybe this heated conversation is because somebody here does need to remove some throat chakra blocks. There's been a lack of openly and honestly discussing feelings here, is what it feels like. Maybe because somebody's stuck in some trauma and some wounds. And so that's what that Libra South Node is going to be all about for like the next year or so, is dealing with the imbalances when it comes to past life wounding, family wounding, relationship wounding. Libra Aries is all about the relationship with self versus the relationship with others. And so there's something being healed, acknowledged, illuminated when it comes to a repetitive pattern. I also feel somebody is going through an awakening when it comes to their light working mission, understanding that they are light being and they're here on a healing journey as part of humanity's awakening, is what it feels like. But I do feel there's a need to remove throat chakra blockages. And as I keep talking, I feel like a phlegmy block building in my throat. I also recently quit smoking, but I do feel like there's a need to speak up. I feel like definitely this is going to be related to some type of work that you do. And I feel like maybe somebody feels like they're being watched. It's the energy of feeling like they're being watched. But this is maybe a lesson in intuition. Maybe 2023 has all been about expanding your intuition and cutting any unwanted energy cords to clear up the static when it comes to a telepathic connection. Well, I do feel there's going to be new opportunities for abundance coming in 2024 for you. I do feel there's a new opportunity being presented now. But there is something that needs to be cleared when it comes to a past life memory or some childhood memories that create unwanted triggers or attachments. I do feel there's a major release and renewal going on here, and you need to trust that gut intuition. It's like your gut has been telling you something is shifting. You know this. Your higher self, your intuition knows that there is a connection here, a telepathic connection where you are connected to another in 5D and above, where you transmit each other's thoughts, emotions, words, energy. And so I do feel there is a significant connection here that has maybe brought you to your knees, brought you to a moment of self-actualization. But I feel the angels are trying to get the two of you to reconnect or to connect. They're guiding you on this journey to come together, but there does need to be something that needs to be cut free. I do feel maybe you're like a teacher. Maybe the both of you are here to be teachers or guides, and maybe that's the purpose of this soul connection, Libra. I do feel this is a significant connection. But there's a lesson here that needs to be learned. I do feel somebody here hasn't fully realized the purpose of this connection, so meditation is going to kind of help. Because I think there's going to be some triggers coming up here. I do feel this person triggers you. I really do. So let's jump in with some tarot. Let's see what else needs to come through. I really wanted to keep these short and sweet, but the messages just need to come through. What do we got going on here? This doesn't feel good. This kind of feels like somebody stuck in the matrix, doesn't it? Somebody in a situation where maybe there's a lack of authenticity with the masks. I feel like somebody's masquerading throughout their life. I feel there's a lot of blurred lines when it comes to communication. There could be just a lot of partying, hanging out with friends going on. And I feel this is leading to like maybe a path of self-sabotaging behavior. I feel there is somebody here stuck in the matrix, that's been self-sabotaging, that maybe has been, skirting through life, weaving and dodging through challenges, but never really dealing with some past pain on the heart, and maybe masking that past pain with, going out and having a good time. That would definitely be a matrix situation. let's keep going here and see what else needs to come through. But I feel like there's a falsity there. There's like a superficiality to that energy in that cut. So we're going to do 9 cards, Libra. We're going to see what needs to come through for you for December, for closing out 2023. Messages for Libra. 6 of Cups. That came out in Taurus. So 6 of, wow. 6 of Wands, 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 5 of Cups. So there is like a level of like shame when it comes to that 3 of Cups energy. I feel like a shame of denying a spiritual connection. We got Scorpio energy here. You could be dealing with a masculine Scorpio. We got Mars energy on the card. We also have Scorpio coming through with the 6 of Cups. And then we get Jupiter energy representing Leo. But we do have Jupiter in Taurus right now. So could be dealing with just the Taurus-Scorpio polarity within the Libra energy. We get the 5 of Swords. We get the Devil, so Capricorn energy. We get the 10 of Cups. There's that matrix situation for sure. Materialism, greed, stuck in the matrix, false reality, you know, self-deception, self-sabotaging behaviors. We get the 3 of Wands. We get the Ace of Cups. I like that. And we get the Empress. Well, there you are, Libra. And this came out in Taurus's reading. So if you have prominent Taurus placements, I do suggest you go check out the Taurus video. The 6 of Cups also came out for that. It's feeling like a similar vibe. Ace of Cups also came up for Taurus. So if you are dealing with a Taurus, you might want to go check that out. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Well, there you are, Libra, Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands. So there is a realignment here. I do feel a higher commitment. I do feel there's some illusions here. There's fear here. There's fantasy. There's a need to integrate, you know, the instinctual self with the grounded, loyal self. And so there's that Taurus energy coming through. You could be dealing with a Taurus or a Pisces. Definitely Capricorn too. I see Virgo here, Aquarius, Aries. This is a big, big message here. And so I feel you could be dealing with somebody with prominent Capricorn in their chart. I feel when it comes to timing, this has all been centered around Pluto and Capricorn. And so there's still a completion of a lesson with somebody stuck in the matrix. And so this shift might not take place until Pluto leaves Capricorn at the end of January. So this is like a reading leading into next year for sure. And so there's still some shame and some regret and some guilt that needs to be transmuted when it comes to some past memories. And this could be childhood trauma, wounding, but victory over that. And so maybe this has been a clearing that commenced around the 6/6 portal back in the summer, back in June or July. But I feel there's somebody here that's really been stuck at that crossroads, right? 5s are very challenging energy. 5 is like the midway point where, hey, we're in very discomforting energy. This is a discomforting energy between the head and the heart, right? The Swords and the Cups, the head and the heart. Having to face past deception, where you've self-sabotaged. This is like a deep dive into some healing, right? It's almost like coming out of a death energy of recognizing where we've been that sacred clown. Somebody here might also be a Heyoka empath. But I feel somebody's been caged when it comes to the heart for a while and stuck in a matrix situation, in an old paradigm. And I feel there is a need to communicate, right? I do feel like there's this energy of like coming home to self. I do feel there's a Libra here that's come home to self through the act of self-love, which is bringing in this connection. And this is about honoring boundaries, honoring your truth, standing in that light of truth. There could be like it's like a spiritual authority energy, right? Judicial. I felt judicial energy touching that card. Libra, strong Libra. But I feel there is an opportunity for a brand new creative endeavor here. But I also feel you're going to have blind faith. because there's going to be skeletons in the closet coming to light. This is a very mirroring connection that will mirror the shadow aspects of self to get you to integrate all of the higher loyalties, I feel. And I do feel this is like a change in legacies and a clean slate beginning. So let's clarify that devil, because I feel these are like self-sabotaging behaviors. The devil represents toxicity. It could be addictions. But I feel slow and steady with Virgo energy, the Knight of Coins, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Coins. And so I do feel there is slow and steady progress coming. When it comes to somebody exiting the matrix is what it feels like. I do feel like there's like a sneakiness to this, right? This Page of Wands, if you look, they kind of like side eye, a little bit sneaky energy. But I feel like somebody really is thinking about bringing forward an offer. But there's still some immature, childish behaviors that maybe need to be walked away from. That is part of like a disillusionment process. We've got Pisces, more Scorpio. And we do have Venus and Scorpio right now. And this is Venus, Scorpio. We got Saturn and Pisces energy coming through. And so there still needs to be a completion before a new beginning, right? Because I think this is fresh. This is new. This could be a past life soulmate that is a newer connection that maybe just was presented over the last 7-8 months on your path. And I really keep feeling the need to clear my throat. So I really strongly feel there's communication blocks, and maybe during Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, there will be talks of maybe a collaboration of working together. But I feel there's ego blocks here. And I think it's because of the deep, deep house life connection with the Lovers, Gemini, Leo, and then we get the Hermit. And so somebody's really taking some time, I think, to do some inner self reflection when it comes to some falsities, right? Some third party energy, which can be people, places, and things. It's just this energy of inauthenticity. And I feel there needs to be a recognition of this truth in order to shift somebody's perspective. But I do feel somebody's really struggling in the mind space. But let's clarify this Empress, because I feel this represents you. And it's like there's something here that's being birthed, like this cosmic energy. And I'm hearing and seeing the Vesica Pisces, which is the energy of merging two energy. So there's a merging going on here. We get the Magician, clarifying the Empress, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords. And so you are the Magician. You have manifested passion, truth. I do feel maybe this is like an odd pairing for you. Maybe this is a connection that isn't your typical connection. Maybe you're dealing with somebody a little cool and detached and, you know, isn't really talkative. And you're all like this fire. So you might have a lot of fire in your chart as well, Libra. Or this could just represent the opposite polarity of your energy, the Aries, and so harnessing that polarity as well. But I do feel like you've gone through some profound life transformation. It's time to reap a harvest. There's been a seed that's been planted, that's been growing energetically. And this could be a child in the spirit realm on the other side, if that's part of what you've been manifesting. Or it could just be like a new energy, right? When two twins come together, it creates a third energy, which is like this cosmic baby, right? And so it could be like a business venture. The Queen of Wands is like a visionary leader. And then we've got this King of Swords is this very stoic energy where maybe they are enlightened, receiving downloads, but not really talking. But I do feel you've manifested a decision. You've manifested a pivot point. And you've manifested maybe an offer. But I think you're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked because I do feel this has started off very small is what it feels like. And it's going to be a shock when this comes in big. I feel a connection that started off small, not really sure how to take it. And maybe it's built very slowly. But you've got a masculine here coming in with a very open heart. Maybe a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is coming in. I do feel this maybe has already created a tower moment. and over, you know, the next year in 2024 with the Temperance card and the Libra card, there's going to be an alchemical rebalancing when it comes to a spiritual connection that maybe knocked the wind right out of you and altered your beliefs. Maybe a twin flame belief got altered or a soulmate belief. But I do feel you're not going to see this offer coming, and there is going to be an opportunity to balance out a situation. I do feel a heated conversation that is long overdue. I feel like stormy emotions building because Pandora's box was opened here. And I don't think it's been talked about is what it feels like. And so there needs to be a release and something about that Capricorn energy, because there's wish fulfillment here. There is a golden opportunity for a twin flame union. The doorway opportunity is open, but somebody is going to have to take the lead. And I do feel there is a masculine coming in and taking the lead. So let's see. I think you've manifested an offer here. I think you've manifested a twin flame union. So let's get you a closing message, Libra. Advice card, closing message for Libra. I do feel deep bond here that will make you feel like your inner child is alive again. So I think you're going to need to get grounded. We have agate, so you're really going to need to find your solid ground. You're really going to need to find your solid ground because there's going to be a breakthrough. There is some type of struggle needing to be rebalanced or something here. I do feel like maybe you need to just get grounded and get back in your body. I do feel like a very higher spiritual connection here where you got to get grounded. And so I do feel like, yeah, somebody here has been on like screen time, social media. That's been a block. That's been maybe an echo of a past wounding for you in a previous relationship that needs to be dealt with. But I do feel like you're not going to be able to contain the massive amount of love that the two of you have been holding down. It's like it's been held in, held down, because you both need to get grounded. You both need to find your center. And then there is going to be a breakthrough because you have manifested this with citrine. This is all about manifesting your masterpiece. So you've manifested this. And so I do feel it's time to reinvigorate your sense of self-discipline, which would be the Queen of Swords, which would be boundaries, which is probably why you're in a state of frustration and tension building, because maybe you've been a people pleaser in the past, Libra. But I do feel it's really time to get your grind on when it comes to creating your reality. Because it's about taking action. You have to take the action to create it. But I do feel like meditation will really help you. I think there's going to be like a monumental conversation coming here that's been building. And so you're really going to need to go into the heart. I do feel a transcendentalist type experience with you and this person. And I think somebody doesn't have the courage to open up to love again. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're afraid to be loved or to love. But I do feel the possibilities are limitless in this connection if you can break through your biggest blocks. And that's kind of what I got for you, Libra. So I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out the description box below. Also, keep in mind, I do have a special on right now. I have 30 minutes on for $33 and 60 minutes on for $66. And that sale will run through as long as you book before Christmas Eve. But anyways, hit me up if you'd like to book in for a session. And I wish you all a happy holiday and a happy new year. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.